Good morning student, I am Mosmi Prasad and creator of this channel Digital Generation. This channel is regarding chapter wise preparation for both ISSC and CBSE students. I hope you will get best knowledge and explanation from this channel. Another chemical property of acid is that acids have corrosive nature. The mineral acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid causes severe burn on our skin, and it also corrodes and eats materials like wood, cloth, metal structure and stonework. If few drops of concentrated sulfuric acid falls on our skin, then it causes severe burn. Concentrated acid also cuts cloth when it falls on the cloth. It produces black hole in the wood and thus burns the wood. So we can say that acids have corrosive nature. And for this reason, acids are never kept in metal containers like brass or copper. Acids are always kept in containers made of ceramic and glasses. Similarly, the strong bases are also very corrosive in nature. They also causes severe burn on our skin. So to warn people about the corrosiveness of concentrated acid and base, the hazard warning signs are printed on their container. Hazard warning sign shows a burning hand with a cut finger, which means that it causes severe burn when it falls on skin. And it also shows a wood with a hole. It means that it even can eat or corrodes wood and even burn wood on any other material. So that we can be very careful and protect ourselves from these concentrated acid and bases. Hazard warning signs are printed on the containers. Two questions are given. Metal compound A reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. The gas extinguishes a burning candle. Write balanced chemical equations if one of the compound form is calcium chloride. The only gas which extinguishes burning candle is carbon dioxide, and one of the compound form is calcium chloride. So on the product sides we can write that calcium chloride is formed and carbon dioxide gas is evolved. So the compound which is reacting with dilute acid must contain carbonate. So it must be calcium carbonate or calcium hydrogen carbonate. It cannot be calcium hydrogen carbonate because calcium hydrogen carbonate remains in solution. It never exists in solid form. But here it is asked that compound A is solid, a metal compound. So the compound must be calcium carbonate. So when calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid, it gives calcium chloride salt plus carbon dioxide gas. And water is also formed here. Next question. A solution reacts with crushed egg cells to give a gas that turns lime water milky. Name the substance with equations. Crushed egg cells are calcium carbonate. So it reacts with a substance which can turn lime water milky. Okay. So the gas must be carbon dioxide. And hence when carbonate reacts with acids, then only carbon dioxide gas is evolved. So the substance X must be hydrochloric acid. We will write the balance equation. It must be in solid state plus HCl in aqueous form. It will give calcium chloride in aqueous form plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. Here also we will write the physical state. It will be solid, it will be aqueous state, it will be aqueous. Here it is gas and it is liquid. So crushed egg cells when react with hydrochloric acid, it must be dilute hydrochloric acid because aqueous solution is given. Dilute hydrochloric acid, then only calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water is formed. What do all the acids have in common? All the acids have hydrogen in common, and presence of hydrogen in acid is such that when the acid is dissolved in water, then the hydrogen ion separates out as a positively charged particles, and these then enters into the solution and then it forms hydrogen ion. So all the acids first dissolve in water and it dissociates or ionizes to give hydrogen ion, and this hydrogen ion then enters into the solution of acid and water and forms, and this hydrogen ion is responsible for the characteristic of the acids. So according to the presence of hydrogen ion, we can define acid. So acids are those substances which dissociates or ionizes when dissolved in water and produces hydrogen ion, and the presence of this hydrogen ion is responsible for the acidic character of all the acids. So all the acids, weak acid or strong acid, they all produces hydrogen ion. The acids are first dissolved in water. The acid shows characteristic property of acid only when they are dissolved in water. When sulfuric acid dissociates, it gives to hydrogen ion plus SO4 to minus. Again HNO3, nitric acid, also dissociates to give hydrogen ion plus nitrate ion. Even the weak acid like acetic acid, it also dissociates to give hydrogen ion. As we can see that all the acids, either strong acid or weak acid, dissociates or ionizes when dissolved in water to produce hydrogen ion. We can see the acidic property of acid is only because of hydrogen ion. So it is true that all acid contains hydrogen, but all hydrogen containing compounds are not acid. For example, if we take glucose, glucose contains C6H12O6. It also contains hydrogen. Again an example, alcohol. We are taking ethyl alcohol. This is also containing hydrogen, but they do not show acidic property because glucose and alcohol do not dissociate in water to produce hydrogen ion. Only acids dissociates to produce hydrogen ion. So we can say that glucose and ethyl alcohol are not acid. Now we will conduct an experiment to show that all hydrogen containing compounds are not acids. Now in this experiment we have taken two beakers. In beaker 1 we have taken dilute hydrochloric acid, or we can take nitric acid or sulfuric acid in aqueous solution. So we have taken here dilute hydrochloric acid, and then we will fix two nails in a cork and make a circuit with switch, battery and a bulb. After some time we will see that this bulb glows. This is because all the acids when dissolved in water produces hydrogen ion. Here hydrochloric acid will produce hydrogen ion and chlorine ion, and these ions are responsible for carrying the electric current. So electric current will flow through the circuit and thus the bulb will glow. And in case B, we are taking glucose solution or alcoholic solution. We will take C6H12O6, or we can take C2H5OH, ethyl alcohol. We will dissolve this in water. We will take solution of glucose or ethyl alcohol. Here also we will fix two nails in a cork, and then we will make a circuit with a switch, battery and a bulb. In this case we will see that the bulb is not glowing because electric current is not produced. Here no charged particles or no hydrogen ions are present, and so it cannot conduct electricity. So we can say that all acid contains hydrogen, but all hydrogen containing compounds are not acids. We will also see that distilled water does not conduct electricity, whereas rainwater can conduct electricity. This is because distilled water does not contain any ionic compound like salt, bases or acids, and thus it does not contain any ion. And as ions are not present in distilled water, so distilled water cannot conduct electricity. If distilled water is put here, the bulb will not glow. But in case of rainwater, rain falls on earth, it combines with various gas in atmosphere like carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide gas, and it forms acid like carbonic acid, sulfuric acid, etc. And thus carbonic acid, when taken, it dissociates to give hydrogen ion plus carbonate ion. As hydrogen ions are present in carbonic acid or sulfuric acid, so rainwater can conduct electricity. Now our next topic is that acids can show its acidic behavior only in presence of water, because when acids are dissolved in water, then only aqueous solution of acid can produce hydrogen ion, and as hydrogen ion are present, then it can show acidic characteristics, that is, it can conduct electricity, it can react with metal oxide, metal carbonates, and show other acidic properties when acid is dissolved in water. But in absence of water, this acid will not dissociate or ionize to form hydrogen ion, and as hydrogen ion are not formed in absence of water, then acids cannot show their acidic property. We can prove by an experiment that acid do not show acidic property in absence of water. Suppose we are taking sodium chloride salt and sulfuric acid. Then it will produce sodium sulfate, another salt, plus hydrochloric acid. This acid must be concentrated acid, not dilute. You must remember this. So when sodium chloride reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, then it will form sodium sulfate and dry hydrochloric gas. It is a gas, it is dry. And this dry hydrochloric gas will not show any acidic property. Suppose we have test tube and here reaction is taking with sodium chloride plus sulfuric acid. Then this dry hydrochloric gas when comes out, and if a dry blue litmus paper is held here, dry blue litmus, remember this, dry blue litmus. Now dry gas of hydrochloric acid is coming from this delivery tube, and near the mouth is held a dry blue litmus paper. What is the characteristic of acid? Acid will turn blue litmus red, but this dry hydrochloric acid does not turn dry blue litmus paper into red. This dry hydrochloric gas will not show its acidic property and will not change the color of blue litmus into red. But if we take a moist blue litmus, now if we bring the moist blue litmus paper near the mouth of this delivery tube, then immediately this blue litmus paper will change into red. This is because this dry hydrochloric acid first combines with water molecule and forms hydrochloric solution, and then it will dissociate to form hydrogen ion. And now as hydrogen ions are present, then it will show its characteristic property of acid, so it will turn blue litmus red. It must be clear that hydrogen ion, which is produced by dissociation or ionization of acid, it enters into solution and forms hydrogen ion aqueous. This hydrogen ion cannot exist freely. It will immediately combine with a bipolar water molecule to form hydronium ion. So hydronium ion and hydrogen ion in aqueous solution is same. That is, when hydrogen ion is produced, it immediately dissolves in water and forms hydrogen ion in aqueous solution. And this hydrogen ion, when formed, combines immediately with water molecule to form hydronium ion. We can write any one of these, either hydrogen ion aqueous solution, or we can write hydronium ion. But for our convenience, we will write hydrogen ion in aqueous solution. Now we will study why the acids are strong or why the acids are weak. In strong acid, complete ionization of hydrogen ion takes place. That is, there are large concentration of hydrogen ion in strong acid. Suppose we are taking the mineral acids. We know that mineral acids are strong acid except carbonic acid. So we are taking hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid will completely ionize in water. It must be in aqueous solution, ionize in water to produce hydrogen ion and chlorine ion. Similarly, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, they will also completely ionize to form hydrogen ion. So there is a single arrow showing here. Thus, we can say the strong acids are those acids which are completely ionized when dissolved in water, and they contain larger amount of hydrogen ion in them. And thus, as they contain greater quantity of hydrogen ion, or the concentration of hydrogen ion is more in strong acid, so all the acidic properties are shown rapidly here. They will rapidly combine with metal oxide, metal carbonates, and the strong acid also has higher electrical conductivity only because they have greater concentration of hydrogen ion. Here we are defining strong acid and weak acid on the degree of ionization and not on concentration of acid. So ionization is greater in strong acid. In weak acid, suppose acetic acid, partial ionization of hydrogen ion takes place when dissolved in water. So no complete ionization of hydrogen ion takes place, only partial ionization takes place, and thus weak acid contains small amount of hydrogen ion, or the concentration of hydrogen ion is less in weak acid than in strong acid. Now when acetic acid is dissolved in water, then it will ionize, but it will ionize partially. So we will put double head arrow. That means it is partially ionized, and single head arrow means completely ionized like mineral acid, and this double head arrow means it is partially ionized. All the weak acids are partially ionized. Acetic acid is ionized or dissolved in water, it will give. So it is partially ionized. See, it is containing hydrogen ion. It is partially ionized. So we can prove that acidic characters in strong acids are more rapid than in weak acid. All strong acids like mineral acid show rapid action with metal, metal oxide, metal carbonates, and they also can conduct electricity at higher speed than weak acid. This is only because they contain greater concentration of hydrogen ion. Weak acid are partially ionized, and so weak acid contains lesser quantity of hydrogen ion, or the concentration of hydrogen ion is less, so they will react slowly with metal, metal oxide, metal carbonates, and they also have low electrical conductivity, whereas strong acid has high electrical conductivity. Now we will prove this by an experiment. In this beaker we have taken strong acid solution in case A. Here we are taking hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid or nitric acid, any one of the mineral acid which are strong acid, and here we are taking weak acid, suppose acetic acid, and then we will complete a circuit with a switch, battery and a bulb. When the strong acid is dissolved in water, we will find that this bulb will glow brightly in strong acid, whereas in case of acetic acid this bulb will glow dimly. This is only because strong acid completely ionizes and contains greater amount of hydrogen ion, and thus they can conduct electricity fast, whereas weak acid contains lesser amount of hydrogen ion as they are partially ionized, and so the bulb will glow dimly. Uses of mineral acids in industry. First we are taking sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is used in making fertilizers like ammonium sulfate, and sulfuric acid is also used in making paints, dyes, plastics, chemicals, synthetic fibers, car batteries, detergents and explosives. These are all the uses of sulfuric acid. Now we are taking hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is used to remove the oxide film produced inside the steel container, and hydrochloric acid is also used to remove scale formed inside the boiler. Apart from this, hydrochloric acid is also used in making dye stuff, and hydrochloric acid is also used in textile, leather and food industry. They are also used in making paints and plastics. Now nitric acid. Nitric acid is also used for making fertilizers like ammonium nitrate. Nitric acid is used for making explosive TNT, trinitrotoluene. Nitric acid is also used for making paints, dyes and chemicals. Here one question is given. Equal length of two magnesium ribbons are taken and they are put in test tube A and in test tube B. Test tube A contains hydrochloric acid and test tube B contains acetic acid. In which of this test tube fizzing sound will occur vigorously? Fizzing sound occurs due to evolution of hydrogen gas. So if we take magnesium ribbon in test tube A with hydrochloric acid and equal length of magnesium ribbon in test tube B with acetic acid, we know that hydrochloric acid is strong acid. So it will ionize completely to give hydrogen ion and chlorine ion. And acetic acid is partially ionized. So hydrochloric acid when dissolved in water produces more hydrogen ion than acetic acid when dissolved in water. That means their hydrogen ion concentration is more here, and as hydrogen ion concentration is more in case of hydrochloric acid, then it will react more rapidly with metal magnesium, and fizzing sound will occur more vigorously where mineral acid is taken. In case of acetic acid, hydrogen gas will be evolved but slightly or very slowly. Another question is asked, how is the concentration of hydronium ion or hydrogen ion is affected when solution is diluted? When solution is diluted means water is added to it. As water is added to it, then concentration of hydrogen ion or hydronium ion both are same, or so when water is added to solution, then hydronium ion or hydrogen ion will decrease per unit volume when the solution is diluted. Now look at this question. Show that acid produce hydrogen ion or shows acidic behavior only by presence of water. So when water is present, then only acids can show its acidic property, because when water is present or moisture is present, then only acid dissociates or ionizes to form hydrogen ion, and these hydrogen ion are responsible for the acidic character of acid. So place here dry blue litmus paper, then blue litmus paper will not change to red color, and thus we can say that dry hydrochloric gas does not show acidic property because this is not ionized to give hydrogen ion. If moist blue litmus paper is held near the mouth of the delivery tube, then this dry hydrochloric gas immediately changes the blue litmus paper into red color, and thus we can say that dry hydrochloric gas shows acidic property. This is possible only because moist blue litmus paper contains moisture or water, and this dry hydrochloric gas which is evolved from the delivery tube immediately comes in contact with water and forms hydrochloric acid solution. And as hydrochloric acid solution is formed, then hydrogen ion plus chlorine ion are produced, and as hydrogen ions are present, then it shows acidic property and turns blue litmus red. Which element is common to all acids? Hydrogen is common to all acids, so that all hydrogen compounds are not acid. We know that all acid contains hydrogen, but all hydrogen containing compounds are not acid. For example, glucose and alcohol, they also contain hydrogen. Glucose is C6H12O6 and alcohol is C2H5OH. This is ethyl alcohol. So both are containing the hydrogen, but they are not acid only because they, when dissolved in water, they do not produce hydrogen ion. And as hydrogen ion are not produced while dissolving glucose and alcohol in water, so they do not show acidic property. Now in my next video, I will teach you about the bases. Thank you for watching this video, and if you find this video useful, please like and share this video and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubt regarding this chapter, comment below. I will try to answer as early as possible.